Hello students, hope you are fine and safe at your homes. Today we'll start with exercise C of chapter number 8, that is more on fractions. Some portion of it we have already studied in the previous exercise. Now we'll move further. In this exercise we'll study fractions of money and measures. I repeat, the topic which we are going to cover in this exercise is fractions of money and measures. Now, before proceeding towards the main portion, we'll study some of the key points. The very first key point related to this exercise is of. What is the meaning of in this exercise? Meaning of is multiply or times of. So basically, wherever of is written, the simple meaning of is multiply, right? Now moving towards the first question of our exercise, let me remind you something. In the previous exercise we have studied two things. The first one was multiplying a fraction with a whole number, and the second portion is multiplying a fraction with another fraction. But in this exercise we'll perform the questions which are based on both multiplying a fraction with a whole number as well as multiplying a fraction with another fraction. The only difference is here we'll deal with the fractions related to the money and measure. Now the first question, find 7 upon 8 of 64. 7 upon 8. Of means multiply, so we have written multiply sign instead of, and then 64 as it is. Now here we can see the very important point to be noticed is, in order to reduce something or in order to reduce the fractions, always remember only numerator and denominator can be reduced with each other. I repeat, only numerator and denominators can be reduced with each other. We cannot reduce numerator and numerator and denominator. Either you can reduce the numerator of one fraction with the denominator of another fraction, or the denominator of one fraction with the numerator of another fraction, but both the numerators and both the denominators cannot be reduced together. Together means cannot be reduced with the same number. So in this question also, below 64 no denominator is there, so we will consider it as 1. If a whole number is given, so a whole number is not having any denominator, so we will consider it as 1. Now we'll see that the denominator of the first fraction, that is 7 upon 8, so the denominator is 8. This can be reduced by the numerator, which is 64. So 8 ones are 8 and 8 eights are 64. Now in the numerator, 7 and 8, only two terms are left. So we'll multiply both the terms because multiply sign is already there, and our answer will be 7 eights are 56. In this manner we can reduce this expression 7 upon 8 of 64. Now the second question, find 3 by 5 of 15 upon 39. Now here both are fractions. Both the terms are fractions. Means multiplying two fractions. Now 3 upon 5 will be written as it is. Instead of we'll write multiply, and 15 upon 39, that is the another second fraction, that will be written as it is. Now we'll try to reduce the numerator and denominator. The numerator and denominator of the same fraction can also be reduced, and the numerator and denominator of the different fractions can also be reduced. So we'll try to reduce the expression. Now we can see here 3 and 39 can be reduced. 3 ones are 3 and 3 multiplied by 13, that is 39. Similarly 5 and 15 can be reduced. 5 multiply 1, 5, and 5 threes are 15. So after reducing this term, our numerator came out to be 3 and our denominator came out to be 13. So our fraction became 3 upon 13. Now this fraction cannot be reduced further, so this is the remaining answer to this question. Question number 3. 1 by 4 of a rupee is equal to how many paise? Now this question is related to fractions of money. Now I am repeating the question one more time. 1 by 4 of a rupee. We are supposed to convert rupee into paise. For example, you are having 1 rupee. Now what will be 1 by 4 of 1 rupee? That you have to find out in terms of paise. So we'll write the conversion formula. 1 rupee is equal to 100 paise. Why we have taken 1 rupee? Because in the question itself it is written a rupee. A rupee means 1 rupee, and the conversion formula is a standard formula. So we'll take 1 rupee is equal to 100 paise. Now moving towards the question, the left hand side portion of the question, that is 1 by 4. So 1 by 4 will be written as it is. Of means multiply. Then a rupee means 1 rupee, and 1 rupee is equal to 100 paise. Now our expression came out to be 1 by 4 multiply 100 paise. On multiplying this fraction with the whole number, we got the fraction as 100 upon 4 paise. Now reducing this fraction, our answer came out to be 25 paise. So 1 by 4 of a rupee is equals to 25 paise. Now question number 4. 69 upon 100 of a kg is equal to how many grams? Again you are supposed to convert kilogram into gram. Again we'll write down the standard conversion formula. 1 kilogram is equals to 1000 grams. Now moving towards the left hand side of the question, that is 69 upon 100, which will be written as it is. Of means multiply, and a kg means 1 kg. So 1 kg is equals to 1000 gram. So our expression came out to be 69 upon 100 multiplied by 1000 gram. Now here what we have done, we have multiplied the numerator 1000, only numerator is there because it's a whole number. That means the denominator would be 1. So multiplying the numerator with the numerator and denominator with the denominator. So 69 multiplied 1000, the numerator came out to be 69,000, and 100 multiplied by 1, then the denominator came out to be 100. So our fraction became 69,000 upon 100 gram. Now reducing this fraction, our answer came out to be 690 gram. So 69 upon 100 of a kilogram or of 1 kilogram is equals to 690 gram. Question number 5. 7 upon 10 of a kilometer is equal to how many meters? Before proceeding towards the solution of this question, let me remind you one thing. The previous two questions, including this question also, they are based on our topic fractions of money and measures. Another thing, in these questions we are asked to convert. Convert means we are asked to, suppose taking the example of this question, we are asked to convert kilometer to meters, right? Then we are writing the standard conversion formula. But if in the question we are not asked to convert one unit into another unit, there is no need to write the standard conversion formula. Now moving towards the solution. 1 kilometer is equals to 1000 meter. 7 upon 10 of a kilometer. A kilometer means 1 kilometer, which is equal to 1000 meter. Now the second step, 7 upon 10 will be written as it is. Of means multiply. A kilometer means 1 kilometer, which is equal to 1000 meter. So instead of a kilometer, we'll write down 1000 meter. Now our fraction came out to be 7000 upon 10 meter. Reducing this fraction, our answer will be 700 meters. So 7 upon 10 of a kilometer is equal to 700 meter. Question number 6. 11 upon 20 of 1 liter is equals to how many milliliter? Now again this question is of a conversion. So we'll write down the standard conversion formula of liter into milliliter. That is 1 liter is equals to 1000 milliliter. Now moving towards the left hand portion of the question. 11 upon 20 of 1 liter. 11 upon 20 will be written as it is. Of means multiply. 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliter. So our expression came out to be 11 upon 20 multiply 1000 milliliter. Now first term is a fraction and the second term is a whole number. So in the second portion there is no denominator, so we'll consider it as 1. Now we'll reduce this expression. So we know that only numerator and denominator can be reduced with each other. So here we can see 20 and 1000 can be reduced by a number, and that number is 20. So 20 multiply 1 is equals to 20 and 20 multiply 50 is equals to 1000. Now in denominator 1 is left and in numerator 11 multiply 50. So our expression is being reduced to 11 multiply 50 milliliter. After multiplying 11 and 50, our answer came out to be 550 milliliter. So 11 upon 20 of 1 liter is equals to 500 milliliter. Now question number 7. 2 3 upon 10, this is a mixed fraction of 40. So first of all we'll convert the mixed fraction into improper fraction. Our numerator will become 2 multiplied 10 plus 3 upon 10. That is the denominator in the question itself. Instead of we'll write multiply and 40 will be written as it is. Now our fraction came out to be 23 upon 10 multiply 40. So the first term is a fraction and the second term is a whole number. Now below 40 no new denominator is there, so we'll consider as 1. So our term is 23 upon 10 multiply 40 upon 1. Now we can reduce the numerator and denominator. So it is clearly visible that 10 and 40 can be reduced with each other. And the common number by which we will reduce both the numbers is 10. So 10 multiply 1 is equal to 10 and 10 multiply 4 is equal to 40. Now in numerator we got 23 multiply 4 and in denominator 1. So our answer came out to be 92. So basically 2 3 by 10 of 40, that is 23 upon 10 multiply 40 is equal to 92. Moving towards the home assignment. All the questions in this assignment is related to your exercise only, and you are supposed to do all these questions in your classwork copies. The first question is, half a meter equals how many centimeters? I repeat, half a meter equals how many centimeters? Here you will apply the standard conversion formula of meter into centimeter. Second question, 1 by 100 of 1 liter is equals to how many milliliters? Again, here you are supposed to convert liter into milliliter. So you will apply the standard conversion formula of liter into milliliter and then you are supposed to solve the question. Question number 3. 16 upon 45 of 90 kilogram is equal to how many kilograms? In this, no conversion is required. The same unit in which the question is given, in the same unit you are supposed to find out the answer. So simply you will solve this expression and the answer will be in kilograms. Question number 4. 3 upon 8 of 80. Simple, you will find it out the answer by simplification and that will be the remaining answer. Question number 5. 3 upon 4 of 3 2 upon 3. Here also first of all you will convert the mixed fraction into improper fraction and then solve further. So now we are done with the assignment. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for showing keen interest in watching this video. Hope you must have understood all the topics very well.